listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again, and today, man, we have another amazing show for y'all today. Today, we have a true honor talking to Chuck Wolfe. He is the founder of FaithPrep. You can go to the website, faithprep.com, and we're going to learn everything about this alternative for public schools. Is there an online alternative? Well, we're going to find out all about it today. I just want to first and foremost welcome you, Chuck Wolfe, to the show. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on the show. It's a pleasure to be here.
So with you being the founder and CEO of Faith Academics, tell us a little bit of the background of this and what inspired you to start this.
Well, sure. I had been working in the online education space for the last 14 years. Prior to that, I was an attorney for almost 15 years and involved in education in various forms. And as I said, when I got into the online education space, I started to see how this was a really good model for those families and students who truly needed something that was an alternative to the traditional brick and mortar setting. And over the course of that time, I'd been fortunate enough to help create schools. I was the head of school for a statewide online program in Colorado. And then I spent 9 years as a vice president of school development, creating new online programs around the country. And just over that time, my personal Christian faith just kind of led me to see where this could be a really great model if we would wrap it into a faith context. And so that was always something that was kind of on my heart, and it was a seed that was planted and really started to grow. And then the pandemic came and changed everything, right? Families who never knew that there was even an opportunity for online learning were sent home to learn at home. And while maybe they didn't experience the greatest version of that because schools and teachers really weren't trained and prepared for true online learning, what a lot of families found was that this model actually was beneficial to their children and to them as a family. They found that kids were less stressed by not going into a facility every day. They were actually more focused on their work. They could be more efficient and effective with their use of time. And it really kind of made me realize that this was the right time to kind of bring this vision to life. And so I went to the executives at Stride K12 where I worked, and I told them that I felt I was supposed to go create this network of online Christian schools, and they gave me the blessing, and they are actually partnering with me in this process by providing the infrastructure for it. And I think, coming out of the pandemic, what families found was they really want a school environment that is focused on the educational basics. I think schools have drifted away from that and are dealing with a lot of things on the periphery and the fringe that have parents frustrated, right? They want a place that's safe. And sometimes parents are going to decide that their home is the safest environment for their children. They want a learning experience that aligns with their values, is not dealing with extreme ideology in different areas. They want something that is character focused. And finally, they want something that is truly going to effectively prepare their children for the life ahead of them. And so that's what we've tried to do in creating our model, address all of that, those needs for families who truly want that learning experience.
And according to Gallup.com, there's a statistic that only 9% of U.S. parents are completely satisfied with the public education. With the mission and vision for FaithPrep, the alternative was some of the core values that you try to implement to try to deter parents who or having that issue currently with their satisfaction for the current stat?
Yeah, I think the challenge for parents is that they are really the ultimate authority over their children. It is not the government. It is not a school district. Those individuals within the education system can have a significant influence and impact, obviously, on a child's life. But our approach to education begins with that premise that parents really are the ultimate authority. And our focus at FaithPrep is really a holistic educational experience. We begin with academic excellence. We believe that's important, that kids should learn the foundations of learning, and that those foundational learning skills and blocks should be there for their entire life. It's not just to learn facts and information for a year or for a test. It really is to provide the foundation on which they can live their entire life. But on top of that, we think it's equally important to focus on character development and life preparation. And so that's why we have developed some unique programming around those elements. One's called Faith Walk, where kids have a course and a program that is focused on character development that continues with them throughout their educational experience at FaithPrep, and really focuses on identifying the competencies and attributes of a solid Christian character, and then helps them to build those over the course of their schooling. And just like we try to help kids see where they've grown academically, we think it's important for kids to see where their character is being developed and becoming more full as they grow into adulthood post high school. And then on the area of life preparation, it's not every child's not going to college. There are a lot of options after high school, and some may go enroll in college, but others are going to enlist in the military. Some are going to go into employment. And we want to make sure that whatever the next step is for a child, as they believe God has prepared them and called them to do, that we give them the right tools and resources and opportunities to be best prepared for that. So kids can actually earn college credit while they're in FaithPrep. That's included as part of the tuition, but they also have opportunities to take college or career-focused courses and earn industry certifications so that they might step straight into a vocational path if that's what they feel they're supposed to do. So we take a little bit more holistic and broader approach to the educational experience.
Once again, listen to Refocus Radio, talking to our guest, Chuck Wolfe, founder and CEO of FaithPrep. You go to the website, faithprep.com, and you cover K-5, middle school, high school. When parents go online and they want to learn more about the programs, but not just that, but how it works, what's some of the things, resources that they can go over if they're interested to contact you?
Absolutely. So on our website, we have some sections on how online learning works. I think that's really critical for parents to understand that this is a full-time online school program. So this is not homeschool. Homeschool is a very technical term where the parent steps into the role of the teacher and has a legal responsibility for the instruction of their children. We are a program where students learn at home, but we have synchronous learning with our teachers. So there's going to be live instruction with teachers and interactions with students. They're also going to have the opportunity to be in small group settings with teachers and other students. We provide the normal experiences that you would find in a regular school setting. We have clubs and activities and online chapel and assembly. There are opportunities for students to interact with each other in what we call faith groups, small group settings. So I think that the key is for understanding, first, that it's a full-time model, and two, what that looks like on a day-to-day basis. And obviously for the younger grades K-5, parents actually have to be fairly involved in the learning process. We send all kinds of materials and books and supplies to the students. So everything that they would find in a traditional elementary classroom, they're going to receive in boxes at their house, and they can set up their own school experience at home. But that's going to require the parent to be more involved. But obviously, as kids grow and they get into middle school and high school, they become more autonomous and have more direct responsibility for their learning, just like they would in a regular school setting. And but they can always reach out to us. They can contact us. We think it's always important for parents to evaluate and understand what a learning experience looks like and how that best lines up with the needs and expectations that they have for their children, because I believe they know best. We had two children. One went to a public school and one went to a Christian school, and that decision was made based on what we knew was the learning styles of each child and where they were socially and emotionally, and how that best could serve them as they grew up. And they're both now thriving in life because they each had a unique, personalized educational experience based on what their particular needs were.
And for those listening, there are certified teachers out there. Are there any career opportunities with FaithPrep if someone were interested to help you guys? Absolutely.
So yeah, all of our teachers are licensed teachers. So we've made, not all private Christian schools use licensed teachers. We've made the choice that we are going to, and kids can enroll in FaithPrep anywhere around the country, and in some particular states, we are developing unique state models for this. So we do hope to launch FaithPrep Texas actually at the semester break, but it's the exact same program across the country, and as you said, it's K-12, but we do anticipate growing and would be needing teachers for that. And we feel really blessed that we have had a lot of interest in our program from either teachers who are currently teaching online and they like that model and they see that we're a Christian program, and so that aligns with their personal beliefs. But we've also been getting a lot of interest from public school teachers who are just a little bit frustrated with what that experience has become, and they're wanting to be able to do what they love to do and what they feel called to do, and that's to truly love and impact kids through the school experience. But they would like to have that opportunity to do it in a Christian environment. And so individuals can contact us at careers@faithprep.com. That's our general careers email address, and we will be in contact with them. We're not hiring any more this semester, but if we grow at semester, we might be in a position to bring more people on for second semester, and we definitely will be growing next school year.
Once again, talking to Chuck Wolfe, the founder and CEO of FaithPrep. You go to the website, faithprep.com. Last question before we check out. There's a lot of things coming in the fall, but you guys also on the website have a coming soon for podcasts. Is there anything you can give us on that?
Yeah, I've always had an interest in starting a podcast, and so we're looking at what that might look like. And we, again, because the online learning experience through the online model is very personalized, very individualized, and we think there's an opportunity to kind of use the talent that God's brought to us in our staff and our administrators to kind of address some of those particular issues that are more at the individual student level. So we're hoping that is something that we'll be able to launch in the course of this school year.
For more information about FaithPrep, you can go to the website, faithprep.com. I want to say thank you again, Chuck Wolfe, the founder and CEO, and taking time in your schedule to talk to Iron Focus Radio.
Well, thank you, Shmay. I really appreciate all that you do, and wish you blessings on all your endeavors.